Hi, this is Dina the Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is cash stuffing for the first week of April. I posted my April setup and kind of where I've been, a little bit of backstory of how I missed the entire month of March and my budget. But we are back at it in the month of April, so let's go ahead and get started. I probably should count this, but I'm afraid to because I'm not sure if it's right or wrong, so let's find out. So in 50s, I have 51, 52, 53, so $300. In 20s, I should have 50 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So that's 1,000 in 20s. And then in 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10. And then in 5s, there should be 16, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And then in 1s, there should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,600 is what we are starting with. Now, when I was setting up my budget and working on the cash, I had anticipated not doing any online groceries, so I had put $600 in cash for my groceries. But as soon as I said that, I looked on my Capital One card and I did order HelloFresh for one time. So I went ahead and went back to my original thought, which was to split $300 in cash and $300 in to keep in my account for online. So this is the way I broke down the cash. And I'm just going to put this to the side and I will use this as my cheat sheet. So I'm going to actually start with my sinking funds first. I only stuff my sinking funds once a month at the beginning of the month. And in my video yesterday, my setup, I did go through all my envelopes to get my starting balance. So I'll tag that video to this one so that you can see how I reconcile my sinking funds. So the first one I'm going to be putting money into is my birthday, and that's $60, so a 50 and a 10. And I will update all my trackers off camera. So 100, 200, 50, 60, 70, 80, 340 is what I have now. And if you are new to my channel, what I do for my immediate family, so myself, my 2 daughters, my son-in-law, and my husband, is I save $500 for our birthday. So that's not necessarily just in gifts, it's the dinner out. If my daughter wants to go have a pedicure or a manicure for her birthday, anything that is birthday related. And I do mine as well, so that if I want to go out and celebrate or buy myself something, then I have money in my envelope too. And it's something I save for all year long. So depending on when I start, I take and divide $500 by how many months I have to save, and that's how I calculate how much needs to go into that envelope on a monthly basis. So for my husband, he is also getting 60. 100, 200, 50, 60, 70, 80. So his birthday is in September. My birthday, my one daughter's birthday is July. So I am kind of started those earlier than my husband's because I have a little bit more time. So my daughter Megan also gets 60. Her birthday is 10 days after mine. So she has 100, 250, 70, 90, 210, 230, 240, 250. All right. So 250, 270, 290, 310, 320, 330, 340. So 340. Okay, that makes sense because she had 280. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Really rusty counting. The cars is my daughter and son-in-law. My son-in-law's birthday was in February. So now I'm starting to save for hers for October. And she also gets 50. So 220. And then family is my sisters and my mom. So that kind of family. Let's see, what am I putting into this one? Family, birthday is 60 as well. First family birthday is in May. So I've kind of ignored this one for a little bit. Now I need to start because there's 1 May, 2 July, and then 1 September. So 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, my nieces and nephews are actually my nieces and nephews' kids, and that is fully funded. For Liam and Milo, these are my daughter's dogs. I keep an envelope for them to kind of help when I'm watching the dogs if they need to get their nails clipped, or for Liam, I do buy him a special food because it's something that I think he's doing really well on, but it is more on the pricey side. So for that, I'm going to put in $100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. So now there's 120, 40, 60, 80, 95. So 195. So I'll need to buy food next month. It's about 156, I think it is, with tax and shipping. So I'll have enough to order that next month. And then that is it for sinking funds. Everything else is online transfers. I've already set up the transfers for Christmas, car maintenance, and gifts. So I set those up to pull from my account on the 1st. Okay, so the rest of this money is going to go into envelopes. These are some new envelopes that I just made. I kind of I get bored easily. So I'm kind of working with vellum. I don't know if I'm going to bring them into my shop or not. They actually are easier to make than most because you don't have to have the clear back because they're pretty much clear anyways. But I did go ahead and slip in a tracker just to help myself kind of keep everything straight. So for groceries, it is going to be $300. So I'm going to do 50 and then 12 20s, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, and a 10. So let's see. No, that should be right. It should be 300. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 300. Now, normally I would then also stuff for 1 week into my little wallet, but I have found that what's easiest for me and helps me to stay on budget the best is to go ahead and use my credit card. I pay it off every month, and I do mid-month payments, or I'm probably gonna go down to weekly payments just to kind of keep it under control. And then I pull it out of here. So if this envelope is empty and the $300 that I put online for groceries is empty, then we're done. So we're gonna have to figure out, eat out of our pantry, eat out of our freezer. Versus carrying 75 with me or 125 with me, and then like adding it up, stressing out, and maybe not getting everything I need because that's all the cash I have with me. So I'm just finding that it's been an easier way for me to do it. Again, it's taken me years to learn to stay within my budget while using a credit card. I'm not good with my debit card. I'm much freer with my debit card than my credit card, which I know sounds weird, but I do much better knowing that I have to pay that credit card off in full at the end of every month. So I start paying it off by the 20th of the month so that by the last day of the month it is completely cleared, even though the due date is until the 2nd. So that's just the way my mind works. So eating out is 200. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So I give myself $50 a week, so I like to break it up so I could just grab 50 if we're going out, or if I'm putting it back to the bank to pay my card off. And then for spending, I also get 200. I'm kind of breaking it up a little bit differently. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4. Now this is the one time that is my exception. I do put this in my wallet because I like to always have cash in my wallet. This is my spending money. If I spend it all on the first day of the week, then we're done. If I hold on to it, then it could either roll over or it could go into my 100 envelope challenge. So I'm kind of trying to save as much as I can out of my envelopes to fund the 100 envelope challenge. So in spending, I should have 200. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out the 50 and put that into my wallet, and I'll put the rest in here. Household is getting, I think it's 100, right? Maybe household isn't getting anything. No, I left it online in cash. I mean, in my online account. Okay, so my mom gets 100, and I broke it up to 4 20s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 5s. So if you're new to my channel, my mom is in a memory care facility. This money is usually to buy her treats. It was to pick up supplies, which currently she is in hospice, so they take care of all of her supplies. So usually I'll bring her like a root beer float or a hamburger or something like that when I go to see her, just a little treat, something that she enjoys. So I kind of just kept her own envelope just so I wasn't trying to figure out where to pull the money from. Entertainment is getting 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So I have two different ones. I have entertainment and I have date night. So entertainment is I'm going out with my sisters or a friend, anything like that, my daughters. And then I also have a date night envelope that is in my sinking funds that I fund. So we always have money for date night, which I do one date night a week. Miscellaneous is getting 100. I go back and forth on this envelope because I try not to use it. So I've rolled over the 100, and then I started kind of keeping a sinking fund for miscellaneous. And then I started to think, do I really need this? But I'm going to go ahead and fund it, and we'll see how we do. If I need to just roll it over or if I just need to get rid of this envelope. And then personal care gets 200. And this is for nails, pedicures, massage tips, haircuts, hair color, anything like that. Now, when I was, for February and March, when I pulled the money out to cash stuff, I did not cash stuff. So I just put the money away, and that's really what I'm using right now. What I did do though, during that time period, because I was working and I am no longer working, I'm just, living off basically my pension and my husband's pension right now, is I stocked up on makeup, skincare, hair care. I pretty much just looked at what I needed and stocked myself up for the next 3 months. So the only beauty that should need to come out of here is something that is more of a service beauty versus a product beauty, because my product category is empty. My beauty is done. So whatever I have right now needs to last me for the next 3 months till I can fund it again. So 80, and then on the 10s is 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I put a 10 in something that shouldn't have been. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Even though I counted that super messy, this should be 200 if this is correct. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. So that is correct for personal care. And I always break personal care into smaller denominations because, quite frankly, I feel like you need change for tips and things like that. Okay, then the only other envelope that I have in here is my back to bank. So my back to bank is as I go through the month and I sit down and track my transactions and see what I've used of my envelopes that needs to go back to the bank / back to my card, then I'll pull that money out and put it in my back to bank. It never physically goes back to the bank because I keep a cushion in my checking account. And that way, whatever in back to the bank becomes my cash stuffing for the next month. So it just keeps recycling the same denominations. If I do really go into my cushion and I need to pull it back, I can always put that money back into the bank and then start over pulling cash out May 1st. So that is it. Very little for sinking funds right now. If you saw my budget set up, and I'll just kind of review it really quickly. This is the least amount I've ever had for sinking funds, and that's $1,088. And that is because there's no cushion right now. I have to, build back my cushion in my account, number one. Number two, I have no incremental income coming in. I no longer have money coming out of our medical spending account because we have depleted that. And we are paying almost $1,400 a month in medical insurance right now, which is half of what we were paying before when we were on Cobra. So one of the downsides of both retiring before you're on Medicare is that your medical insurance is just very pricey. So, but you have to have it. So we figured out a way, but it just does not give my budget a lot of wiggle room right now. So we're going to kind of work on that, see where we can bring down. I'm definitely looking at my subscriptions. That's over $200 just in subscriptions. So do I really need them? I think we've got some excess probably in groceries, but depending on, what we do, if I'm doing HelloFresh or not doing HelloFresh depends on how much I'm spending on groceries. Eating out, really we'll spend every bit of that $200. So I really hate to bring that down even more, but we'll see. So we kind of, definitely can look at some areas to conserve. One of the things I have always felt with my budget is that my fixed expenses are done. Like they're pretty yeah, I could get rid of HBO or something, but nothing that I can get rid of is going to make a big enough dent. Where I need to shave off is in my living expenses, my, things that are more flexible that I could live without if I needed to. or I could choose to go back to work part-time or, you know, do something else. And I'm just taking some time right now. I have retired twice now. I went back to work full-time and I truly love it, and I probably will go back to it again at some point. But right now I'm just kind of enjoying life, spending time. I just had my first granddaughter and spending time with her, helping my daughter out, and just really kind of enjoying life right now. So I would rather be on a tight budget and really be very intentional with money and enjoy this time versus working so that I have more of a cushion and not enjoying the time of my life like I am right now. So that is a choice that we make, and I think I can only make that choice right now because we have worked intentionally to get out of debt. The only bill we have left is our mortgage. We don't have car payments, we don't have credit cards, we don't have student loans. All of that we have worked diligently to pay off. We are speeding up our mortgage. That to me would be the biggest blessing, to have that paid off. It's just such a big part of my budget that I would just love to have it done. So in the meantime, we'll just keep chipping away at it, and hopefully at the, you know, very soon we'll see a light at that end of the tunnel. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And if you have not done so already, please consider subscribing. I have been a little bit MIA lately on my channel, and I apologize for that, but I am back. I need the accountability that you all give me to stay on task. So I appreciate you all holding me accountable. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.